I started planting flowers in flower pots, and this happened. When I was much younger, I really used to enjoy experimenting with planting different kinds of plants. I was fascinated how plants grow from seeds and until they're big trees and all. So I remember one time when I was very young, I think around 8 we used to stay at this place, at this rented house with my family, my parents. Being the oldest child, being the oldest child, I would I had a lot of time to just play around with plants. So I used to really enjoy plants. So one day I thought to myself to say, wouldn't it be nice for me to start planting, to try and see if these I got some seeds, those were lemon seeds. So I was like, oh, wouldn't it be nice for me to try and see if these lemon seeds would grow? And so I went and then I got a cup, put some water in it, and soaked the seeds. I think I soaked them for about a month or two. They kind of budded. Is it budding? Blossomed, kind of. So I planted them. And then I just realized after, say, 10 years later, by then we had even moved from that house. We were in a different house, we were in a different town altogether. But then I went back to that house, and then I did find that plant, that lemon tree I had planted when I was a kid, was a whole big tree. And there are people living in that house and they were enjoying lemons from that tree. I'm saying all this to say, during the time that I was planting this tree, like honestly, what was going in my mind was that by then I had a lot of people, neighbors, who always used to tell me to say, what's the point of planting trees? What's the point of you growing all these trees which takes so long to mature? And this is not even your house, you won't even be here by the time these trees will be growing. But you know what, guys? That time when I went to that house where I had planted that tree, seeing the plant there all grown with lemons just excited me so much. And right there and then I touched the tree. Of course, I went and greeted the people who were staying there and told them I used to stay here some time back. I planted this tree. It was so nice. It was a nice experience. But then in my heart, I remember praying to God, telling God to say, yeah, I know I may plant trees and maybe shift, may not stay in that house, but please, dear Lord, wherever I will go, let let there be people there who plant the trees so that when I go there, I'll also enjoy eating from other from plants or trees which other people have planted. And true to that word, from that time, after I shifted, I'll tell you that I have lived in different houses, and most of the houses I've lived in have fruit trees. Not because I planted those fruit trees, but because other people planted the fruit trees and I'm enjoying them. So right now, I make it a point wherever I am to plant some fruit trees. I may not eat them, but I do believe in my God that as I'm planting these fruit trees for other people to eat, other people elsewhere are planting fruit trees for me to go and eat once I get to those places. You know? Yeah. Plant the trees that you want to eat. Even if you are not going to stay there for a long time at this house, just plant the trees. Trust the process, trust God that where He will take you in the different places that you will go to, you also find other people have planted these trees in those places. Now, just imagine with me for a second if I had decided not to plant that tree at that house, and also people whose trees have benefited from also decided, no, since I won't stay here for long, since this is not my house, I will not plant. It means if I didn't plant and they don't plant, we don't have been enjoying the fruits. So, regardless of the house you are living in, whether it's yours or not, by all means, if you have space enough, plant a tree. Some of the trees are actually very easy to plant and they don't take long to mature. Say trees like pawpaw, papaya, those ones take, it should be 6 months. Within a year, you'll be able to enjoy the papayas. Plant the trees, you know, and don't worry about whether other people will eat the fruits of the trees that you're planting. Trust God that where He will take you, you too will find those, will find other plants, other fruit trees which other people have planted. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know where you're watching me from.